Fellas, AC here, welcome to another video. And I do apologize, I've been away for a while. It was a bit of work, extra work that I got, and I had to really sort of take care of my professional sort of side of things. It was too much work and I just couldn't get out of it. So, do apologize, it's been more than 3 weeks I think that I've been gone. And during that time, I crossed 15,000 subscribers. So, I'd really like to say thank you with the bottom of my heart, because your support just keeps me going. It's fabulous. 15,000 is a big milestone, and I really thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I'm hoping that I'll create more and more good content. So last video I created, last video was around 10 fragrances for when it rains or when it's really humid. And it was more focused around designer fragrances and budget fragrances. So I thought I'll do a follow-up video because a lot of you guys requested it. So here it is. And this is the right time. It's raining almost everywhere in the Northern Hemisphere, as far as I know. And it rains all the time in England anyways. So let me draw the scenario. Number one, I've split the whole list of 10 niche fragrances in two halves. One is, when it's not raining, about to rain. So it's been overcast, it's hot, or it's sticky, and it's warm, but it's not raining, right? So it feels almost you're sitting on top of a furnace, especially if you live in Southeast Asia. Now, that's the first half. And the other half is when it starts to rain. So it's been raining for a few days or at least a few hours. The temperatures have dipped and you need different kind of fragrances for that. Another thing is, I like to mention this. See, if it rains constantly and you're caught in the rain, no fragrance is going to work for you because it's going to wash off your skin. And another thing is, if it really is a sweaty kind of environment, fragrances just wash off you. So don't get too hung up on that, because if you're stuck in the rain, enjoy the rain. So this list doesn't cater to situations where you are actually caught in rain and you're not able to smell your fragrance. Hey, who cares? Just enjoy the rain, right? So let's start. So starting when it's not raining, it's humid, it's hot, it's uncomfortable, and you want something which complements your environment and gives you that little joy of wearing something nice. I like to start the list with a vetiver fragrance. See, vetiver is a very versatile note, and there are many vetiver fragrances which are not focused on the soapy green side, and the one that I'm going to show you is exactly that. It is Timbuktu by Artisan Parfumeur. I've recently reviewed it. This is a smoky fragrance, smoky vetiver. But the most important thing about this fragrance is it also has a very chalky, dry, tangy feel to it, because it uses the note of green mangoes, and green mangoes go very well when it's warm, and it mixes that with a little smoky olibanum, dry woody vetiver, and little sweetness. This is a really nice fragrance. The only downside is it doesn't have the kind of projection or performance that you would expect, and if you really care about performance and projection, this may not fit the bill. But if you don't care about that, and you care about wearing something really interesting, unique, and different, very highly enjoyable, then this fragrance is amazing. Plus, if you like the smell of green mangoes, it's really nice. Timbuktu, stunning fragrance. Next on my list is a Creed, and this one uses very unique note of eucalyptus and combines it with orange. Amazing fragrance, and it basically is very regal as well. This is Royal Mayfair by Creed, and this one smells as if if you were to use a picture to depict what the fragrance is, then it would be like droplets of water on a leaf. That's the kind of picture that I get. So there's a lovely note of watery rose as well. It's very Victorian in style, this fragrance. It uses barbershop elements, but in a very effervescent, waterproof kind of a way. As I said, water droplets on a leaf, and it's very classy. Extremely well made fragrance, but you have to have some experience with complex, different kind of fragrances to really like this fragrance. This is not your beginner niche. This is not beginner creed. Most creeds, this is the reason they're so popular. Most creeds are very easy to wear. This one is a very quiet kind of a taste. As I said, it's very Victorian in style. Victorian barbershop, posh Victorian barbershop. The notes of rose, eucalyptus and orange are perfect for when you're stuck in a sort of a humid, sticky kind of a situation. Really nice fragrance. Yeah. Next on the list is a Guerlain, and this is a Guerlain niche collection, La de la Matière or something like that. My French isn't the best. And this one is called Neroli Outrenoir. This is one of the most amazing fragrances out there. Very unique. You're buying niche, so you want to smell unique. Very unique. It uses the note of tea. I've done a full review of all these fragrances that I've spoken about. So it uses a note of tea and combines it with the fruity freshness and then the note of neroli. And neroli, as you know, is a killer note when it comes to hot weather or sticky weather or high humidity. And then there's a note of soil tincture. This is one of the most superb fragrances money can buy. Top notch. This has been discontinued recently in some parts of the world. In the UK, it's still available. Expensive, but one of the most creative, beautiful, fruity, floral tea fragrances. Green tea. Outstanding. Neroli Outrenoir. If you're interested, you can check my full review. Next one is an Amouage, and here the emphasis is on soapy, creamy lavender. Lavender is a stunning note for high heat situations. This one is another discontinued fragrance. It's called Ciel Pomme by Amouage. Still widely available, and I had to include it because it's such a unique fragrance. Again, this fragrance is a little bit on the vintage, classy French perfumery style. So this has that aldehydic, fruity lavender, right? It combines that lavender with a very creamy lily of the valley sandalwood combination, and there's this unique note of peach. Now, whenever I mention peach or think of peach, I think of hairsprays. Now, you don't get that feeling here. Peach is basically giving that aldehydic, fruity fleshiness to the fragrance. It's a very beautiful fragrance. Again, so cool and creamy and classy that it will suit you if you live in a warm, humid country. Ciel Man is a very underrated Amouage. So if you can get hold of it, try it. Very nice fragrance. Last one on the dry side of things is a Nishane. Amazing fragrance. It's called Hacivat. I have not reviewed this one yet. I will. This is a profound fragrance. It makes huge impression the moment you smell this. It's sunny, bright, fruity, tangy, green. Yeah? So this basically is just an amazing, amazing fragrance. I'll do a full review very soon. So if you like green smell mixed with sort of a Fanta-like smell, if you've ever drunk Fanta, so orangey, tangy, and sweet, and fizzy at the same time, and then beautiful woody oak moss. Really, really nice fragrance, and it works so well, and it will work so well for you if you live in a warm, tropical country. It smells absolutely amazing. Hacivat by Nishane. Full review coming soon. I promise you. I've been promising this for a year now, maybe 2. Now, let's move towards the scenario has changed now, and it started to rain or has been raining for a while, and you want something which really lifts your spirit up. So I've got 5 stunning fragrances that are going to absolutely lift your spirits up, because it's nothing worse than being stuck indoors, can't go out, it's been raining incessant for a while, and it's gloomy and dark. So, number 1. Next on my list is an Acqua di Parma. It's again a Neroli based fragrance, but here Neroli is so beautifully blended with so many other notes. and I've not reviewed it yet. It smells like an expensive, creamy soap, but very different to Ciel Man. Yeah, this one is Acqua di Parma, Colonia, Essenza. When I first smelled this, I disliked it, and it is a little bit screechy when you first smell it. But now that I've gotten used to it, it smells divine. It smells like you're in a very expensive luxury spa hotel on a beautiful holiday, and the scenery is grand. That's how I would like to explain this fragrance to you. It is a daytime fragrance, right? So it uses barbershop elements, so classic Italian cologne style barbershop elements, and morphs it with Neroli, soapy Neroli. That's what you smell first. And then very heavy resinous notes like hibiscus flower and cloves, if I'm not wrong. And I really like fragrances when they have clove in it. Beautiful. Full review coming soon, right? Very, very expensive smelling, very elegant, very stylish, soapy fragrance. Next on my list is another Acqua di Parma, and it is a sandalwood fragrance. Sandalwood is stunning note in any season, right? Here, it is just box office stuff. Acqua di Parma, Colonia, Sandalo. Now this one is resinous sandalwood with an amazing bitter chocolatey orange kind of thing. Yeah, and it also has a warmth of tonka. This is one of those fragrances which, when you spray it, it takes you on many different journeys. Every time you spray it, it's a different experience. It's a very expensive fragrance, but it gives you so many experiences, you know, depending on the weather outside, your body chemistry. It is a stunning fragrance, massive landscape. It's like being on a safari, you know. Even if you go to the same safari every year or every 5 years, different scenes will come out in front of you. This is what I think of it. It's going on a South African luxury safari. It's beautiful. Obviously, it has this dark element, resinous dark, rich, and it has this bright, beautiful sandalwood. Amazing fragrance. I've done a full review. I called it a sandalwood symphony, and I still think this is a beautiful symphony. Only thing is, every time you wear it, it's a different experience, maybe different symphonies. So, stunning fragrance. Next on my list is a Tom Ford, my favorite Tom Ford, and in fact the only Tom Ford full bottle I own. If you followed me for a long time, I think you know what I'm talking about. It is Vert the Encens by Tom Ford. This is a magical experience. This is like going on an exotic adventure holiday nobody's ever been to. It's that kind of an experience. It gives you just something that you've never experienced before. Yeah. So beautiful notes of boxwood. Now boxwood is something that Tom Ford really specializes in. They've used it in so many other fragrances. Driftwood kind of smell. Then it has the green side to it. It has the incense and bright, beautiful sort of a sunny aspect. So sunny green mixed with woody sort of darkness and earthiness to it. Again, olibanum. I've done a full review. This is so special. This fragrance is amazingly special. As I said, you know, it's like it'll take you to a different place, something that you've never seen before or experienced. It's sunny, it's dark, it's green, it's bright and beautiful, all at the same time. Vert the Encens, one of the most amazing Tom Ford fragrances out there, honestly. Now the next one on my list is, imagine yourself sitting indoors, it's been raining for a while, and you're sipping on black tea, you know, and maybe your living room is extremely luxurious, and this is what this fragrance does. It's a Diptyque. It's called Eau Duelle. I've done a full review, and you know, Diptyque are so proud of this fragrance. They put the picture of Taj Mahal at the rear. Every Diptyque comes with a sticker which you can see through. you can imagine how romantic this fragrance is and how special this fragrance is. This is cozy, comforting vanilla paired with a contrast of smoky olibanum and then mixed with the most finest ambergris I've smelt, creed level. This is so beautiful. And then black tea, of course. It is so beautiful, so comforting, so uplifting, so jovial. This fragrance is just, and romantic as well. This fragrance is so special. You know, if you're stuck indoors, can't go out, and you want to be in the company of a fabulous fragrance, this is it. Eau Duelle by Diptyque. Now the last on the list. Every time I wear this fragrance, I feel the king of the jungle. This fragrance is so special. It really speaks to me, and especially when it's gloomy outside. It smells divine. It's one of the best amouages ever made, and many amouages are my favorites. This one is Sunshine Man. So imagine it's been raining for days, it's gloomy outside, it's damp, you can't go out, and you just want to cheer yourself up. You spray this, as I said, king of the jungle, right? And what does this do? It has so many contrasting notes. It's a lavender-based fragrance. It is paired, that lavender, herbal lavender, with a beautiful note of brandy and immortelle, then vanilla, one of the finest vanilla notes, and juniper berries, and tonka. This fragrance is a party, right? And I've not done a full review, but I will do a full review. It's amazing experience. What a beautiful fragrance this is. But since this is so expensive, and if you're looking for something which is slightly cheaper, I would highly recommend you try Lolita Lampica Green Lover, which I've reviewed it. But this one is special, especially for weather when it's, you know, damp and dull. It will lift you up. Hope you enjoy this video, fellas. It's been a long time coming, and I really wanted to present to you something really nice because it's been a while. So if you do like it, do give it a like. Take care. Bye-bye.